The purpose of this video tutorial is to help you get started botting levels 1 through 5 on the Tortage Beach tutorial. I've got a new installation of MMOExtreme here, default settings, default keys. I like having my radar window out. Lock it. Created a new Tempest of Set. Ready to kill the guy for the first quest. Before we do that, we got to set our spell. Bar 5, slot 1, lightning strike. Come over to settings, class, Tempest of Set. Now, one thing you may notice is the user interface here is very similar to gliders, and so if you've used glider in the past, or you're familiar with it, you should have no problem navigating through the tabs here. If you're interested in as to why we went that route, there's a thread under our general forums that you can read. So Tempest of Set options. Now the default options for this class are very trimmed down. They're basically set for level 1. Go to the offense tab. Spells 1 and 2 cycle back and forth, and so the only option you have right now for beta 10.32 is lightning strike. Finish spell, we're going to go ahead and set that to melee. Life remaining 20% since we're only level 1. Everything else looks good. Yeah, we should be good to go to kill this guy. Let's test it out. Back up a little, see if it engages. Target him. Click 1 kill. And it works. Now we just got rest, so we're going to place that on bar 6. Bar 6, slot 0 is the default key for rest. Now one thing you're going to want to do for botting this start tutorial is make sure that approach on target is checked. Otherwise it will not approach these targets here, and it'll get stuck on some line of sight issues like this little hill, for example. Won't be able to target this guy. So settings, miscellaneous, approach on target, and it's already checked by default, so that's good. Click open, load Tortage Beach Part 1, and hit start. There he goes. Yeah, another guy aggroed him, and you detected that and he engaged. It should loot. Yep. First pass missed, going for a second pass with more precision, and it got it. Now, it ignored the other loot container because there were mobs too close to it. And that's an option under settings, under the distances tab. Missed it again. The first pass is kind of inaccurate. The second pass is better. There's a third pass. It's very slow, but it's very precise. And there's some loot options. I'll show you where those are after he kills this guy. Let's hit stop. You can also hit the escape key. That'll stop the bot too. Settings, surfer. Oh no, it's not what else. Okay. Distances, hostile monsters, and avoid hostiles when looting, resting, buffing, etc. So leave that checked and start again. Control F1 starts the bot, escape, stops. If you're full screen, those are useful. Everything looks good. Let's see if he loots these. Got it the first pass. It's good. Backs up a little. Right into the fire. And he's got aggro. He engages. And kills. Let's go ahead and hit stop. For looting, looting's a little buggy this beta version. Got to work on that. It's not really high priority right now. Getting the other classes done is more important. But for looting, there's some options under the Surfer tab, and you can skip looting, skip sanity on loot. If you check skip sanity on loot, it'll loot, I think it's 9 times before it gives up. If it's unchecked, it only loots attempts to loot 3 times. Single pass will only attempt to loot it once. That's that one quick pass that it does. And that's good if you're worried about experience per hour versus the loot that you get. Let's start. One cool thing about the radar that's being added this beta is the red lines that you see are actually the path that he follows. That's the main circuit is red, and then death paths are light gray. Now later on, when you get some other spells like some heal spells, there's an option under the class settings for Tempest of Set to heal before you pull, which helps a lot if you think you're going to get multiple adds. So the class does get better later on. There's really not a whole lot of areas to bot before level 20. The only option you really have post level 10 is like White Sands Isle. Got the chest. Hiccups a little bit on pathing, but it works. So that should help you get started botting levels 1 through 5. If you have any suggestions or run into any problems, go ahead and post it on the support forums.